Hello everyone, and in this video we are going to see the process of this entire application. So let's get started. Before we jump into the entire architecture, let me just explain what each of these things does. So the client DOM is a front-facing one. Here the user gets onboarded, so we'll ask them the mobile number and then send the OTP. And once they're onboarded, the agent will be asking them certain questions and asking them to upload the documents. And once all the documents have been uploaded, next we'll send it to their specific agents. So those here are Aadhaar, Marksheet, and PAN DOM. So these are all the three DOMs. Then these all three work in parallel. And once all the data has been extracted, the data will be then sent to the validator DOM. So this application basically collects all the information from Aadhaar and these other agents and then analyzes them. Why this microservices architecture is because once if we want to expand these and connect to the government websites or any sort of more advanced analytics that we have to do, then having this chunked will help in the long run. So let me just start it. And so let's just wait. If when everything gets started, we'll start the process. Let's just see the memory usage. So it takes around 1, 2, yep, it takes around 3 gigs. And yep, so I'll just log in now. So the first thing that is that we will be redirected here, and now I'm going to give the number, and since this is a test user, the OTP is hard-coded. Yes, so now we are being welcome with this video. So let's just get started. So once we start, we'll be asked our mark sheets, so Aadhaar, PAN card, and our 10th grade mark sheets. So let's just upload all of them. So I have a mock data with me right now, and I'll just upload all this information. Now we'll just ask them to check if all the documents are there, and also we'll ask them why you need all this. Sorry for the spelling mistake. So now it's just will give a response that it's thank you for that, and it still says that the documents will fulfill our needs and necessities, and then we are upload is pending. So let's again check again. Yes, and thank you for asking me to check again. I double checked and all the documents are available. So yeah, so once this all is done, and for the debugging purpose, I have enabled all the logging here and in the terminals too. So let's just wait for a minute. I'm giving it to the process, and now nothing will be from the user side, no interaction, no hacking, nothing. Everything will be processed in the backend, and we'll get an ID. Now let's just wait for a bit. So we have got a beautiful UI here, and that would be it. So this is what will be stored in our database, and since this lava lamp here, so this is unique for each and every one, and it was just a souvenir to download. So so all the data has been processed, name and date of birth are consistent across the documents. This is your ID, and welcome to the ecosystem. Now let's see what happens in the backend. So now we can see here, yeah, there's a lot of logging here. So let's just check it. So we are processing the user, and now this thing will be connected to the DOM. So before which we have seen our Descope was onboarding us, and after that we'll get a user session and token like this. And once all of this is done, we'll upload the data and we'll save it as a PDF or a PNG, whatever it is. And once all the data has been downloaded, and we can see everything. So what this was, and the response will be there in the chat window. So once we have checked everything, now the full KYC orchestration has been triggered. So now we'll get the Descope token, and the token will be for the client ID, and the scope is given here for Aadhaar and the PAN and the marksheet. So we can see the key and here, and next let's get into the Aadhaar. So once this verification happens, we will be getting a call to this, and here we'll receive the file, and we have to verify the MIME type and the validation, and the scope is being passed. So there is a two layer, one is from Descope itself, and then a validation. So this validation is for internal, and the scope is from the external. So next all the files will be then sent for Gemini, and then the response will be received. So the extracted data here is right now in text. Next, since why this text format is because since we are going to give it anyways to the validation DOM, it does not matter what format you're going to give. That is a added advantage given that the unstructured data format. I'll just show you what I mean by the unstructured data and how it looks. Now again, so here again the same thing, the same, we'll get the PAN card, and yeah, this is a mark sheet one, so we'll get the mark sheet and all the checks. So the name, date of birth, mother's name, father's name, etc., everything is there. And the same goes for the PAN. We'll receive the file, the validation and check gets passed, and it will be sent to the Gemini, and then everything else follows. So now in the validation, we are going to receive all the data from the PAN, mark sheet, Aadhaar, etc. And we'll get a raw JSON response from this. So it is like a JSON like that. So once we get all of that, we'll sanitize the JSON and then we will verify it. So the verified status, all the critical data points, name, date of birth are consistent. Now only then we'll create a new user, save it in the database with this ID. And the final verdict will be that it is approved, and then the reason will also be given. So we'll save all of this information. So name, date of birth, and our ID. We can just simply add other fields by asking the AI to add for us. By asking the AI, I mean that to extract the data. So now all of this thing is done. So let's just stop it now. And yes. So once this entire process is done, we can see that this is what the final structure is. As I've told that we'll be dealing with unstructured data, I'd like to show what the unstructured data does look like. So here we are having the mark sheet, and yeah, I have modified it, but if we are asking for an original mark sheet, I cannot view it like that. So I cannot show it just like that. So here we are having the name of the person, and then according to the fields, we have the mother's name, father's name, etc. And then the date of birth. So as you can see here in this document, we are having date of birth in a different format, that is like 25/6/1990, etc. like that. And also we are combined with this. And next, if we are seeing the details from a PAN card, so yeah, the face does not match because, well, this is also a spoof PAN card. So now again here the date of birth, I have changed it for this purpose, but yeah, it is just a one-line prompt to say that if you find any modifications in the uploaded documents, please reject it. Would easily reject the entire thing. So again here we'll get the name, and then here, so again here we can see that the date of birth is not to the side but to the bottom, and also it's not so clear. And next, and from the Aadhaar card, so again here this is so here we can see that the date of birth is like this, 25 June 1990, and also there is some amount of Hindi and some clutter here and there. So which means that when the user is uploading documents, processing them step by step is going to be very big hassle if we are doing it with an algorithmic way. So this is where the AI shines. After it extracts the data, it is very easy for AI to understand the concepts, and with powerful APIs like Gemini, this is going to be much easier. So thank you for watching this. And yes, as a side note, I would like to tell you one more thing. So that is that from the client DOM, whatever goes out is the user will not have any authority or any access to in to try to mix up with other marksheet or Pando. So that is why we are using Descope for getting the scope level, or like a sub part of an application level authorization. And after the client DOM, the data leaves to the other DOM. Basically now this becomes the front facing for the validator application itself. So in this case, now even though the client DOM sends the data, here whatever happens, the validator DOM does not even know that the data is coming from the client DOM. So I hope everybody understood how this application works. Thank you for your time.